My name is Mary. I am 33 years old, and I am a mother of three wonderful daughters. Their names are Lily, Rose, and Ivy. They are my life, my heart, my reason to keep going. I love them more than I can ever explain. My life has not been easy. When I was a little girl, my mother died. I grew up feeling alone. Later, when I thought I had found love, my husband left me. He walked out when Ivy, our youngest daughter, was still just a baby. He left without looking back. He never called. He never sent money. He forgot about us completely. Since that day, I have been raising my three daughters alone. I have no parents to help me. I have no brothers or sisters near me. I have no big house. I do not have extra money. We live in a very small apartment in a town called Maplewood. Every month, I have to worry about rent. Every month, I fear what will happen if I cannot pay. I do not have a good job. I never went to college. I never had many choices. But I am strong. I never give up. I work as a cleaning lady. I do not belong to a company. I do not have an agency to help me find work. Every month, I search for homes and offices that need cleaning. I carry my own cleaning supplies. I go to the houses, I mop the floors, I wash bathrooms, I take out trash. I work long hours, sometimes until late in the night. Some people treat me kindly, but others are rude. Some people pay me, but some try to cheat me. Still, I do not stop. I must work. I clean because I must feed my daughters. I must buy their shoes, their clothes, their school things. I must pay rent. I work when I am tired. I work when I am sick. I work even when all I want to do is cry. Many nights I sit beside my daughters as they sleep. I watch their calm faces. I touch their little hands. I kiss their soft cheeks. I whisper, I love you. I promise to give you a better life. That thought gives me strength. But life is not always kind. One cold winter evening, something happened that changed everything. I had just finished cleaning an office building. It was late, the streets were wet with rain, and the wind was sharp. I held Lily's hand tightly while Rose and Ivy walked close behind. Ivy, who was only 5, shivered and said, "Mama, I'm cold." I wrapped my scarf around her small body and told her, "Don't worry, sweetheart. We'll be home soon." The streets were nearly empty. The lamps gave only weak light. My hands were shaking, not only from the cold, but from fear too. Suddenly, a flash of bright light filled my eyes. Then came a loud crash, a terrible sound of metal, and sharp pain exploded through my body. After that, everything went black. When I opened my eyes, I saw a white ceiling above me. Beeping sounds came from a machine. The smell of medicine filled the air. I realized I was in a hospital. My body hurt all over. My head was heavy. My arms and legs felt weak. Then panic rushed through me. Where were my daughters? My voice was dry, but I forced out their names. Lily, Rose, Ivy. A nurse came quickly to my side. She was kind and calm. She touched my hand gently and said, "Don't move too much. You were in an accident." "My daughters," I whispered. "Please, where are my daughters?" The nurse gave me a small smile. They are safe. They are here. Tears filled my eyes. My heart beat faster. I need to see them. A few minutes later, the door opened and three small figures rushed in. Mama, they cried. They threw their arms around me. Their warm hands clung to mine. They kissed my face again and again. I started sobbing as I held them close. I thanked God they were alive. Then the doctor came. His face was serious. He told me the truth. Your leg is broken, he said. You need surgery. You will need weeks to recover. Fear filled me. How could I rest? How could I stop working? Who would pay the rent? Who would feed my children? But the doctor only shook his head. You must heal, he said softly. Later, I remembered something even worse. During the accident, all my cleaning supplies were destroyed, and even more frightening, in the fall, I had damaged the glass front of a luxury store. The owner demanded $20,000. $20,000! I had nothing. I felt crushed. I covered my face and cried bitterly. My daughters clung to me and cried with me. That night, I thought all hope was gone. But the next day, something unexpected began. My story was shared on the internet. Someone wrote about the poor mother in Maplewood who had been hit by a car, about her three daughters, about her hard work and her struggle. People began to care. They shared the story, and soon strangers from far away knew my name. They sent kind messages. Some even sent money. I could hardly believe it. Then, one afternoon, the hospital phone rang. A man's deep voice spoke to me. I heard your story, he said. I want to help you. I felt afraid. Who are you? I asked. You will see soon, he said. 2 days later, a group of people came into my hospital room. They brought flowers, food, and warm clothes for my girls. Then a young man stepped forward. He had gentle eyes and a warm smile. He sat beside my bed. You don't know me, he said, but I know about you. I was confused. Why would you help me? I am nobody. He smiled. Because I can. Tears rolled down my cheeks. I tried to speak, but no words came. He touched my hand and said, You don't need to say anything. Days passed, and then something I never imagined happened. The young man and his team paid my hospital bills. Every debt was gone. I could finally breathe, but that was not the end. One morning, he asked me and my daughters to come with him. We rode in a car until we reached a quiet street. There stood a large, beautiful house. This is for you, he said. I thought I had not heard him right. For me? He nodded. Yes, this is your new home. You do not have to pay rent anymore. I fell to my knees. I wept and wept. My daughters hugged me tightly, their little voices crying out, Mama, we have a home. I asked him softly, Is this real? He smiled. Yes, Mary, this is real. For the first time in many years, I felt safe. One day, he asked me another question. What is your biggest dream? I wiped my tears and whispered, I want to open a bakery. I want to bake bread and cakes. I want to create something with my own hands, not just clean after others. He smiled. Then we will make it happen. And he kept his promise. A few months later, with his help, I opened my own bakery. I called it Sweet Haven. Every morning, I baked fresh bread. I made warm pastries. The smell of sugar and butter filled the air. Customers came, smiling and laughing. They said kind things about my food. They returned again and again. I was no longer only a tired cleaning lady. I was no longer a poor mother struggling to survive. I was a businesswoman. I was proud. I was strong. I will never forget that young man. He changed my life. He gave me hope when I had none. He showed me something I had almost stopped believing, that there are still kind people in the world, that sometimes miracles are real. I started with nothing, truly nothing. Now I have everything I ever prayed for: a safe home, a steady job, and most important of all, a happy family. When I think back on those dark nights, walking home in the cold, crying in silence, wondering how to feed my children, I feel amazed. I survived. I did not give up. And because I kept going, help came. Now, every evening, I sit at the dinner table with Lily, Rose, and Ivy. We eat together, we laugh, we share stories about our day. Then, before bed, I tuck them in. I kiss their foreheads. I whisper again, I love you. You are my heart. I hope one day my daughters will grow up and understand. I hope they will see that even when life is very hard, there can still be kindness. That even when everything seems lost, a new door can open. This is my story. It is not perfect. It carries pain and sadness, but it also carries hope. And to you who are listening to me now, I want to say thank you. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you for being here. Your support means more than you know. Please remember this. No matter how heavy your life feels, you are not alone. No mistake defines you. No failure means the end. There is always another chance. There are always people who care. Stay strong. Believe in kindness. Believe in tomorrow. And never lose hope.